All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Might be too bright. Welcome in, welcome in. We're going to be shipping some orders this morning, beginning of quarter 2. Also, tax time. I wrapped up my taxes last night, so I'll be submitting those today. So hopefully you guys got your taxes done. Let me know in the chat if you're still working on them. Taxes are always fun to work on, but you only got, I think, 14 more days to finish your taxes, and then you're pretty much, you got to file an extension if you haven't done it yet. So I got mine done yesterday. Going to submit those today. I'll talk to Carol Ann, get those done and over with, and then move on with the rest of the year. It's always sucks to do taxes, but then it's always really good to get them done. So I'm glad that those are out of the way. Submit those later today, and then I got 2 weeks to submit all the other paperwork that I'll need for taxes and be good to go. So hopefully you guys got all that done yourself. But we're going to be shipping some orders on live, so welcome in. We got quite a few orders to ship out from yesterday. I had one person last night come through and buy I think 4 or 5 shirts from my eBay store, which was good. They reached out and said, hey, if I buy a bunch of shirts, will you give me discounted shipping, or will you combine my order? And I said, absolutely. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ship them out this morning, and then afterwards I'll go through and refund them for his additional shipping. We have Depop, Poshmark, eBay orders. No Mercari orders from yesterday. Mercari has been dead, so I don't know. I think I'm going to give up on Mercari cross-listing again. There was a point in time earlier this year I gave up on it, and then I started cross-listing, and I was like, I'll give it one more chance, and started cross-listing there again. And in the last 2 weeks, I think I've had 2 sales. So is there really a point to listing on a platform that you're not getting sales on? I don't think so. So we'll probably drop Mercari again, focus on eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. And then later on this year, when Nifty comes out with Whatnot cross-listing, then I'm probably just going to drop Poshmark altogether too. But welcome in, welcome in. Should be a quick, easy shipping live, nothing like yesterday. Later today too, midday, I'm going to do a pop-up Whatnot show. I don't expect a lot of people to be there, but we're going to auction off a bunch of those. I think I'm going to do the $17 starts. I was going to do it last night, but I really needed to finish taxes. So everything on this back rack, these 2 back racks are going to be available. We'll just run through them, $17 starts. I don't expect to sell a bunch of stuff, but just hang out with you guys, and you guys can get steals and deals. Everything on those racks are worth way more than $17, so you guys can come out, have some fun. But that'll be later. It'll probably be in like an hour or 2. So what's up, Juliet? Welcome in. First person, first comment. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and start shipping. We'll start with some Depop orders first. Kayla pulled all of these, so I have no clue what is what. I think this is the Xenia shirt. So this is a men's Hermenegildo Xenia long sleeve button down shirt. This is not anything crazy. I picked this up at a bulk buy. Again, if you guys have been here for a while, you've been on these lives, you know with the bulk buys, I pretty much get stuck with some inventory I'm not happy about. Sorry, hiccups. Inventory I'm not happy about, but I have to buy it because it's part of the bulk buy. So this one sold only for $18, but it sold on Depop. I think I paid like $4 or $5 for this. I don't pay up for these shirts when it comes to the bulk buy. So after fees, shipping, cost of goods, I should have made right around a $10 profit. Mercari's offering free shipping today, only for $20. So hopefully a sale or 2 there. It would be nice, but I mean, Mercari's trying to do whatever they can do to get people back on their platform. I have a feeling by the end of this year, we might not be saying Mercari anymore, because I don't think anybody's getting crazy sales there. And for a platform to have all that and not be getting sales is kind of odd. So they either need to do some more marketing to get some more buyers on their platform, because I think they have plenty of sellers there, but it's just like nobody's buying. And then when it comes to offers and stuff, I get such lowball offers. And what the issue is, and I've talked about this before, is they changed their fee structure to where sellers had no fees. So I would take lower offers. I would be like, all right, I have something listed for 30. Someone offered me 20. Cool, I don't have any fees, so I'm still going to make a good profit. And they trained their buyers to offer lower, and then now they switch the fee structure back, and now buyers are still offering lower, but sellers are like, no, I'm not going to take that offer. I'm paying fees on that. Why would I? So yeah, it hurt them. It hurt them a lot. What's up, Bobby? My darn Instagram notifications quit working on after last update. YouTube notification never worked. Sorry about that. I don't know. You should be able to hit the bell on my profile and be able to get all notifications, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not doing Instagram lives right now. Usually in the morning my phone's dead, so that's why I don't do them. What's up, Amy? Mercari. I don't get many sales. Yeah, in the last 2 weeks, like I said, I think I've gotten 2 sales in 2 weeks. At this point, I'm probably just going to drop Mercari altogether. All right, Wilfred. We got a women's Wilfred Let me see how she did this. Is this the Wilfred? Let's see. Yep, this is it right here. All right, women's Wilfred. What are these? Pants? I don't even know what these are. Oh, these are a belted short. So women's Wilfred belted short. We picked these up a while ago. Paid $4.01 for them. We're not picking up Wilfred anymore because it's not moving well. I think some cashmere pieces can do pretty good, but these basic like belted shorts, not really something we're picking up anymore. It's an older Kayla pickup, so she was kind of learning what sells and what doesn't sell at this point. This one only sold for $18, so still made a profit on it, but it didn't sell quick enough and it didn't sell for enough to make it make sense to pick it up anymore. Working at home today so you can watch me? Let's go. Let's go. It's always good to work from home. Morning from work. Carolyn's at work. You're working from home. Everybody's at work right now. Where'd you get your bales, bro? Where'd you get your bales, bro? There's a. I was talking to a guy in the comments the other day that is actually upset that I'm not giving him the bale source. Yeah, it's like I need to give it to him. It's kind of wild logic, but he's like, and then he tagged a site. He tagged a random site that sells Patagonia bales. It's like 50 pieces of Patagonia for, it ends up being like right around $1,100, so it's over $20 per unit. And I was like, that's not the site. And he's like, I think that's the site because you're denying it now. I'm like, get over yourself. That's not the site. Why would I pay $20 a unit for Patagonia? That would make no sense. That's more than I would pay for if I was thrifting. Usually when you're buying bales, you're paying less than what you do at the thrift store. It's people these days. Anyways, Brooks Brothers. This is a good Brooks Brothers. I think this might not have a logo on the front. I don't know if it does. $6.96. Again, this only sold for $18. I took a best offer on this just to move it. Accepting offers, getting things to move because we're trying to move some stuff before we move. So even if it's a little lower than I usually accept, I am moving them because I want to move as least amount as possible. After we file taxes, we'll be looking for a new place. We're going to have lunch with a friend while Regina is in the groomer. Nice. Let me guess, Trisha. Tacos. Is that what you're having today, Trisha? I'm just gonna assume it's taco. It's taco April 1st. Oh, it's April Fool's Day. Yeah, it's April Fool's Day. I forgot about that. I need to go fool Joe Bro. Joe Bro's home today. He woke up in the middle of the night last night. He had a fever just randomly. He's not feeling sick, but he just had a fever, so I think he's got some teeth popping out, I assume. Work from home also. Let's go. I stumbled upon an old video of yours after looking at reviews on American Thrift Supply, and you have a good code on there. Is it worth it? Watch that video. I show exactly, like, they didn't pay me to make that video. They did send the box for free, but watch that video. They sent me extra pieces. So what usually these companies do is when they ask an influencer to go over their product, they will make that product look really, really good on video because they want everybody to think that that's what they're going to get. And even with that product looking very, very good in that video, it still sucked. I bought a Harley box, and the Harley box had like basic Harley tees. And if you know the Harley market right now, Harley tees are not selling for 20, 30 bucks. That's what they needed to sell for at that cost of goods for me to be able to buy one of those boxes. Also in that video, I tell you guys that they sent me a box, and I had my sister, who has a different last name because she's married, obviously. I had her buy a box for me, so they didn't know it was coming from me, and the difference in the items is pretty clear. So I wanted to be an honest review. I didn't want to be like, oh, everybody go buy this, use my code so I can generate money. No, if I did that, it would be disingenuous, and you guys would go out and buy it, and then that you would be mad that the box wasn't as good. So I will say this: if you buy from that company, just be cautious of how much you buy, because usually when it comes to those type of companies, they're cherry picked. And the reason why our bale was good is because it wasn't cherry picked. You can tell it wasn't cherry picked based off the brand, or based off the styles of Patagonia that were in it. So that's why this company is good. So I will just say, if you buy from that company, that's actually the one company that the person thought they were buying the Patagonia, or I was buying Patagonia through. Just be cautious. That's all I'll say. Just be cautious. Actually, barbecue. Wow, that's a switch up. Barbecue tacos. Let's go. Greener is horrible parking, so I chose a restaurant on the same street. No tacos here today. Got you. No barbecue tacos. So I buy band bales. It's around $3.50 per shirt. When you buy a 1,000-pound bale, and there will be basic sports teams mixed in. Yeah, at that cost, $3.50 isn't bad at all for a bale. What does Trisha send me now? Harley Davidson. She sold one for $25. Trisha, how long have you sat on that shirt to sell it for 25? I know how long you sat on that shirt because you bought that shirt off me like a year and a half ago. I wouldn't say that's a good quick sale. That's one that sat forever. But you waited till the exact person with the exact who lived in that exact area came through and bought that shirt. Yeah. But yeah, 350 for shirts. We can actually get shirts too, t-shirts from the same place that we're getting our bales from, and I've thought about doing it, and it's going to be right around that same price. I think at 350 you can't go wrong, because even if you do like whatnot shows, you're going to be able to move those for $5 to $10 per unit pretty easily. So probably an average sale of like $8. It's not a huge profit, but you'll be able to double your money on that investment. So 350, 1,000-pound bale, you pay 3,500 for it. In return, you get 3,500 bucks. Like, that's not a bad deal after fees and everything. How many items you sell per month without whatnot? I can tell you that off of Nifty. You want to see? Look how this is why Nifty is the best, because you guys asked me a question like that and I can give you an answer. So last 4 weeks, you see it's already set up last 4 weeks, 314 sales. Average order profit, average sales price, all that stuff is right here. It gives you all your data, yada, yada, yada. Everything is put in here, right in here. So last month's data is right there. If we were focusing strictly on eBay, I think those numbers could be doubled, but obviously we're putting effort into whatnot. So yeah, I bought it from you. I know, I recognize that shirt. That's why I said it wasn't a quick sale. I think you bought it from me when we first started whatnot, which would have been like a year and a half ago. Yeah, it took a while to sell. That's a Harley market is completely different than what it used to be. All right, let's ship out these bottom orders first, and then I'll move on to the top orders. Doing eBay orders right now. So this is a really good brand to look out for. The brand is Charvet. That is the tag right there. It doesn't look crazy. It is just a plain dress shirt. There is no special fabric. It's 100% cotton, but this brand has a very, very strong following. I think these shirts retail for $200+. Like, it's a rich man's brand, basically. I wouldn't wear this brand, but there are people out there that pay up for it. So I paid $20 for this in a bulk buy. I did pay up for this because I knew how good this brand was. The person I do bulk buys from brought me like 3 or 4 of these shirts. One I had to give back because it was too stained. But the rest were all good. I think this is the last one I have listed, and it sold for $65. So pre-owned condition, $65. This is not new with tags at all, but definitely look out for this brand. Brand is Charvet or Charvet, however you pronounce it, Charvet, and it's like cursive. They have newer labels that are easier to read. The older labels are harder to read. That's what that one is. It's a good brand to look out for. Hello from North Georgia. Let's go. What's up, North Georgia? Did you make Premiere? I haven't checked yet. I hope I did. I hope the quality listings. Actually, let's check that here in a second. I gotta move Joey's monitor. I hope I did. Please. I'm kind of nervous about it because the quality listings crap. I know we hit it numbers wise. We definitely hit it, but I don't know about the quality listing. So I guess we can check. You guys can check too. If you go to my profile, it should have like a wing banner around it if I made Premiere. I sold one today for 17.2. Yeah, basically you're gonna get 15. 25 is actually really good. The fact you got 25 for that shirt is actually high. I love your lives, learn so much, gives me so much motivation. Appreciate you, Faith. All right, let's go check whatnot really quick. Did I reach it? Please. I don't know where to. I'm actually nervous right now. I don't know why. Seller Hub. Analytics. Premiere Shop. Oh my God. Fulfillment system. Oh my gosh. Do you guys want to see how stupid this is? This right here. You know why I didn't reach that? I should reach out to Whatnot. 99% of your orders have to be fulfilled without cancellation. 99%. No, that's right. I should have got it. Did I get it? Wait, hold on. You're on track for Premiere. I should get it, right? 80% quality listings. I'm at 89%. Fulfillment success rate, 99% of your orders, I'm at 99.7. On track shipment, 99%, right? I'm good, right? Is this not? Oh, it's in progress. Got you. Okay. I think I got it then. Okay, cool. This is what I was worried about right here. The quality listings, because when we do live thrifts, yeah, I'm at 99%. I think I'm good. So I guess it takes like a day or two for them to evaluate your store. But right here, this is what I was worried about. So if you don't know what a quality listing is, can we go into what this is? Here, hold on. We'll like kind of deter for a little bit. Here's what it is. This is what I was worried about. Create accurate listings. 80% of your listings must sell contain an accurate title, at least one real photo, product condition, and accurate shipping profile. So that's what I was worried about right there, because when we do live thrifts, we don't put in the photos. We just put in a title and list it. So I was worried about that, but based off what we just saw, I should hit it. I should be at 50K in sales. It doesn't show my sales here, and I won't be able to see it. Actually, I might be able to. Hold on. Analytics. Boom. Yes, I think we got it. 51K. So we're over the 50K mark. We should have hit it. Please tell me we hit it. That was hard. The last week was a hard push. So if I didn't make it, I was going to be pretty upset. But now, the reason I wanted to push for that is because now I get a discount in fees. It's not a huge discount. It's 10% off of 8%. So it's 7.2% is what I pay in fees now. I also get customer service help and all that stuff. But I'll be able to pass that discount in fees onto my consigners, which makes my consignment a little bit more intriguing than other people's consignment, because they're like, hey, I can make a little bit more on K-Way shows. His shows that he sells stuff for really good money, so I might as well consign with K-Way. So it's like a little edge that I have against other consigner people who are doing consignment right now. But just make sure when you're listing on Whatnot, you put a photo in on your listings. No matter what it is, you can take a photo of your foot. Doesn't matter. It has to have a photo on the listing. So based off what we saw, it looks like I made it. I don't know until later today. Probably they have to evaluate it. I'm sure it takes a day or so. So what brand printer do you use? I use a Dymo 4XL. I don't suggest getting a 4XL anymore because they only make a 5XL. The 4XL is discontinued, and you have to use Dymo labels. So what I would do is, if my 4XL ever crapped out on me, I'd get a Rollo printer, or I'd use one of the IDPRT printers that are linked in my pin post on the products we use on a daily basis section. I missed a bunch of comments, but I'll go back to the bottom. If I missed your comment, feel free to drop it again. Do you keep it? You have to continue to qualify, so every 3 months. So it's a 3-month cycle. Every quarter, basically, you get it. What camera do you use? Your thrifting videos? My iPhone. I use my iPhone, or if it's where you see both of my hands, I'm using my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. These right here, to record my videos. See, these right here, these are prescription glasses, so it helps me see. And then in the corners right here, you have cameras that take your video. So while I'm thrifting, I have these on my eyes, and then I'm able to just record. Records up to 3-minute videos, or you can do a live video for up to 15 minutes. The live video quality is really bad though. I watch you for others. Appreciate you, Kim. Appreciate you, flipping nurse. Let's go. So hopefully we hit it. We'll know by later today. I'll put out a post as soon as we know for sure that we hit it. But I appreciate you guys always coming out to the shows and supporting, and it's pretty cool to hit that goal. Selling, like I said, selling mostly pre-owned, because if you look at everybody that has that little wing flag around their thing, mostly all of them are pallet sellers. It's really easy to do it with pallets because you're just moving volume. You're not making much profit, but you're able to move volume, and it's cool to hit that with pre-owned. So I always say this: if we can do it, anybody can do it. Anybody listening to this video can do what we do. There's no reason why. If you're going to use the excuse that we have social media and that's why, then make social media and post and grow your socials. There's no reason why you can't, because I didn't take a class to grow my socials. Surfs is the same way. He didn't take a class to grow his socials. We just started posting, and we started posting what we're doing. Anybody can do it. Next up, we got a Johnny O little short sleeve button down shirt here. It does have a really good pattern to it. These are not selling for crazy money, but it is a decent short sleeve shirt. Picked this up in a bulk buy. I probably only paid like $6 for this. It sold for $20.70. Was in another show, Premier Shop, and the buyer wanted to cancel his order, and he would let him because cancellations could cause, yes, cancellations do though. The one cancellation I was talking about was actually somebody who bought from our show. This is how crazy this is. They bought from our show, and then they said, hey, I would like to cancel that order. It's the wrong size. And usually I don't do it, but I was nice this time. I was like, yeah, go ahead and send your cancellation. I'm cool with it. And then they didn't cancel the order. And then I had to cancel on my end because it went 2 weeks. So I didn't have the shipment for 2 weeks. That went against my account. And then also they didn't cancel. If they would have just canceled, that would have all erased all of that. But then I kept reaching out to them. They never responded. So I had to cancel their order because I had reran it and I had already shipped it to somebody else. All because they asked me to cancel. So if you ever ask a seller to cancel, the right thing to do is just go and cancel yourself, because it doesn't count against you as a cancellation when you cancel as a buyer, but it is really bad for the seller. It's kind of like eBay cancellations. They don't want people, running items and they go too cheap, and then the buyer or the seller's like, ooh, I can't sell that because it went too cheap, and they cancel the order. That's what they're trying to avoid. But us as sellers, when we do you a favor and we're like, hey, okay, we'll let you cancel, you got to go cancel. You can't just say, I'm going to cancel and then run away and never come back. KW Walmart has a printer right now that costs $90, 18 per 500 box label. That's a good printer. There's lots of thermal printers. I'll say this, basically any thermal printer is good. Even the lower end ones do really, really well. There's ones that are sold on TikTok Shop that people promote and people have been using for over a year now, and they all work. Most thermal printers are kind of like scales. They all pretty much do the same thing. Do you ever sell items on Whatnot that you have live on eBay? My entire store right now on Whatnot is all my live sales on eBay. I've been cross-listing over there. So sometimes I do. Usually I keep those in the marketplace, though. I don't run those on auction because you have to remember to pull them off the other platforms. If I ever did run them on auction, I'd make sure I pull them right away down via Nifty. Looks like you guys are having a conversation in the chat. Let's go. I like it. What is the easiest way to store photos besides my phone? You can get there's services online. I think it's like photo dump services. I don't know which ones they're called, because what I would suggest is next phone you get, just upgrade to higher memory. I have a 1 terabyte iPhone. I have literally hours and hours and hours and hours of footage on here. I have so many photos on this phone, it's ridiculous. I have photos that were taken months and months ago. I have an older iPhone that mom uses to take photos, and the same thing happens when I take photos on this phone. It goes onto that phone and the memory fills up really fast. This phone has so much footage on it, and I've only used about 1/3 of the memory, and that's 2 years worth of videos, photos, all that stuff. So there's services online to dump your photos on. You can use those. You can also use the cloud, but even with the cloud, they still will take up space on your iPhone. What I would suggest is next phone you get, just upgrade to the next highest memory. If you can go with a terabyte, they are expensive. Go with a terabyte, and you'll never have an issue with your memory. 1 terabyte iPhones, you can probably hold like 1 billion photos on there. It's ridiculous how many you can hold on there. I'm exaggerating, but literally you could take photos for 4 years. All your eBay photos, list 30 items a day and take 5 photos of each item, and you still have space on your iPhone. Love the Rolo. Yeah, Rolos are good. If I had to switch, if for some reason my Dymo took a dump, I would buy a Rolo. I definitely would. All right, next up we got some Lululemon men's pants. I pay up for these every time I find them at Red, White, and Blue. If I find them at a Goodwill, usually they're not priced up, but Red, White, and Blue does. Paid $11.74 for these, and they sold for $45 over on eBay. Nice little bread and butter sale. Lululemon pants. You can find them all the time. Usually thrift stores miss them because they don't have the hang tags. You just got to be good at spotting them. USB flash. Yeah, you can also get an external hard drive, and you can, some of those can be expensive, so just be careful with the ones you buy. But you can get an external hard drive, download all your photos onto the external hard drive, and then you can just delete your photos, and you should be good there. But again, I have a pretty hefty memory on my iPhone. I'm actually thinking after we pay taxes, we move, we'll see how much money we have after that, because we're going to probably buy a bunch of furniture and stuff for our new house because we're going to need it. And then I might upgrade my current phone to the newer iPhone, or I'll wait till later this year and get the newer 17 that comes out, I think is what's coming out this year. I'll upgrade to the 17, and then we'll get rid of my other phone. I'll just sell it because we won't need it at that point anymore. And then I'll probably keep service on this phone, and I'll put service on the other phone, so I have like a business phone. All right, Next up, FootJoy Golf Polo. I don't pick all of these up, but I do pick up ones with patterns. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but this has like it's like a dot pattern on it. It's like dots within dots. Picked this up for $6.40. This didn't have any club embroidery at all, so I decided to pick it up. Sold really quick for $22.99 plus ship. Bread and butter sale, kind of like Polo Ralph Lauren polos. You get them for $7 or under, and you list them for $22.99 plus ship. You make a little over a $10 profit. They're super easy to list, super easy to ship. That's why we do it. I'm not going to leave a $10 profit just sitting at the thrift store. So, yeah, easy peasy. And then the next sale is a big one, and I'll kind of discuss it. I discussed it earlier in the live, but I'll discuss it again, what I'm going to do with it. What's up, yo mama? See, I remember that time. Spreadsheet's been fully updated. Yep, I'll look. I got a couple people that filled out some consignment spreadsheets. As soon as we move, I will be going ham on consignment. I'll start talking about it more often. I'm kind of keeping it reserved right now because I just don't have room for it, but I know that you submitted yours, so I'll take your stuff. I also have, there's a box right there. That's consignment that's been sitting there for like 2 weeks. Luckily, that person's cool with it because we got all that stuff in, but I'm probably going to rack that stuff up for today's midday show and run that at a little higher dollar start. Can you explain shipping labels? I've sold 2 items on eBay and have used their labels. Can you explain shipping labels? Well, when you sell something on eBay, you're going to put your weight and dimensions in as you ship your item. So you're going to weigh your item. You're going to do the measurements of your item or within the packaging. Remember, if it's in a box, you got to do the measurements of the box, the weight with the box and the item on the inside. And then you'll purchase your label on eBay. And once you purchase the label on eBay, you'll print it out. If you have a regular printer, that's perfectly fine. Just print it out on a white sheet of paper and then slap it on top and tape it on top if you don't have a thermal printer. If you have a thermal printer, print it out, slap your label, you're good to go. You buy them through eBay. You can also select the option to get a QR code. If you get a QR code, you just take that to the post office. They'll scan it and actually print your label for you, and they'll put the label on themselves. And those are all thermal printed labels. So either or, if you go to the post office, obviously you got to stand in line. That's the only downfall to that, but then you don't have to ship it out from your house. So choose whichever one you want. I think I explained that pretty well. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. All right, so this order right here, this person came into my eBay store last night right before I went to bed, and they were like, hey, if I buy, I like this shirt. They messaged on one of the shirts, and they said, I like other shirts too. If I buy a bunch, will you combine shipping for me? I said, absolutely. What I'm going to do is, as soon as I ship the items, I will refund you the additional shipping, because on eBay they pay shipping on each item, so there's not like a bundle deal, kind of like Whatnot. So this person came in and they bought 5 shirts off me. They bought this one, they bought this one, both Ralph Lauren shirts. They bought a Vineyard Vines. These are all size 2XL, so obviously they're buying for themselves. Men's 2XL, men's 2XL, and this LL Bean shirt. So they bought 5 total shirts. They paid $20.70 for 2 of the Ralph Lauren shirts and the Vineyard Vines. They paid $17.99 for the Ralph Lauren Laurel shirt, this one right here, and they paid $20.70 for this. So basically Nifty sent them 10% out offers, and they liked all the offers, so they just bought all the shirts. Now what I am going to do is, I'm not going to pack this up on live, but I'm going to go get a medium flat rate priority mailbox. These should all fit in there nice and snug, and I'm going to ship them out medium flat rate, and then I'm going to refund the customer. I'm going to show this on the screen. I'm not going to show the shipping address. I'll keep that. You guys will see the buyer's name, but that's okay. Everybody always asks me, how do you combine an order on eBay if you get a multi-item order? And this is exactly how you do it. You click right here. It's going to highlight all of the rest. So you always save this for the very last step. Whenever you're shipping out items, whoever has a multi-item order, you'll ship those last. You go to shipping, and then you hit get label. I'm going to show the buyer's address, but please don't show up at their house. So now it's going to put all of these on this page right here. You're going to click this button, and then you're going to hit combine, and now all of those are in one order. And at this point, I put in my weight and dimensions, and I can order my label. I will order a medium flat rate label, and I will ship this in a medium flat rate box. And then I'll look at the order details. Whatever their excess shipping is, it's probably going to be somewhere around like $15 is what they paid extra. I will just refund them on one order $15, and then they'll get their difference in shipping back. So, and that's just going, clicking on an item and hitting refund is basically what that is. But that's how you combine an order on eBay. It's a little tedious to go through those steps, but once you do it once, you'll know. It's way cheaper to buy furniture from a state auction where the house high-end house. I finished in place 80s furniture. I've always thought about that. I don't have room for doing furniture, but I have flipped furniture in the past. Like we have a nicer neighborhood next to us. Like people have like $800,000 houses over there, and they will just throw out like chairs and things like that, like desk chairs. And I made a video one time going through there with Joey. I grabbed a desk chair, I put it up on Facebook Marketplace, and sold it in like a day for like $50. So I got it for free and sold it for 50. Do you sell a lot of Levi's jeans? I don't, but somebody who does is Caleb Sells. So go watch his channel. He sells a ton of Levi's. Brianna said, "Hey Wayne, he's 2 and loves to watch you and likes your whatnots. Appreciate you. What's up, Brennan? What's up, Brennan? What's up, Brennan? Little Brennan? Joey's here right now. He's over in the other room. I would show him, but he's half naked right now. You probably know. When you have a boy, they just love to be like naked all the time. It's just his thing. Like he comes home from school and immediately has to take off his shirt and his shorts, and he just runs around the house in a pair of underwear. That's what he does. Wish eBay bundle was easier. Trying something different. Took off requiring them to pay now. Will that allow them bundle? It will. You'll be able to send them an invoice, but just know that there are people that just buy one item that'll take advantage of that. So what I usually do is if they message me, I'll just say, hey, I'll refund you shipping. And yeah, I just refund them as soon as I ship. And they usually have no problem with that. They'll go and buy a bunch of stuff. Sometimes if I don't refund them, like right now it's 11:20. If I were to wait like 2 more hours to ship this item, I usually would get a message like, hey, where's my refund? But I'll refund them as soon as this live is done. So they'll be good to go. But that is it. That's everything we got shipping out today. If you're just coming in, I am probably going to do a midday Whatnot show. I might not hook it up to YouTube. So YouTube, just come over to Whatnot in like 40 minutes. I probably am going to hook it up to Facebook so you guys can watch from Facebook if you want. But I'm going to run all those. There's a ton of like really sick Tommy Bahamas in there. There's a bunch of really good shorts. Basically like all crazy stuff. I'm probably going to do $17 starts because I wanted to try something different. Everything in there is worth way more than $17. So if you're a reseller, come on out. If you haven't used your $15 credit on Whatnot, come out. You'll get stuff for like $2-3. But yeah, we're just doing a midday show. Joey's here, so I don't know how long I'm going to go for. It's probably going to be like 30 minutes or something like that. And yeah, and then I got to call Carol Ann here in a little bit and have my taxes submitted and all that stuff. So that's what I'll be working on today. So appreciate you guys hanging out today, and we will catch you. I might not be live tomorrow because we might go thrifting tomorrow. So I might be live on Thursday is the next time you guys will see me. It'll be a morning